This is an interesting question. Why is individuality so important to you? Why can some of us not remain part of a family and still be happy? Part of a family and still be happy? Honey, please don't insult my intelligence. It's really annoying. Now, I can answer your first question. Why is individuality so important to you? I keep talking in the seminars that the easiest way out of this circus we are playing here on earth is to go into your individual self, to become an individual, to stop saying we and us. You are not a we and an us. You are a you. The universe wants to know who you are, who I am, not who we are. And it's very difficult to find more of you when you are constantly focused on another person. We are not talking about when you just met someone and you're madly in love. That's just your hormones. We're not talking about that. Focus on that person 24 hours a day. That doesn't matter. It's afterwards when you make it official, when you set dates, when you show them to your friends and you say, we are together, we are a couple. And then when you realize that this isn't going anywhere, you have a baby. So you can save that. That's the kind of individuality I keep talking about in seminars. I'm not saying don't have relationships. What I'm saying is don't make them official. Don't have this retarded cultural thing we call a wedding. Don't sign any papers. That's another thing. You say you love someone and you go to the government and sign a piece of paper that you're going to be with this someone. Where's the love? Don't you find it insulting that you have to sign a piece of paper to be with someone you supposedly love? And if someone mentions this to you, you go bananas and you start screaming at that person? Remain yourself. Remain an individual. It's the only way you will find you. Sure, have relationships, have sex, have affairs, have everything. But never say we are, we like. What do you mean, we like? We want. We did. We are going to do. We are having a baby. What do you mean we are having a baby? I'm only seeing one of you pregnant. The other one simply had sex. What's up with we are going to have a baby? This is why I keep saying, this is what I mean in the seminars. Be you, be you, be you. Who are you? And because many people can't take that, they automatically go to the extreme and say, I don't want to be alone all my life. Actually, when you like you are never alone. But I've never said you should be alone. I do say don't get married. But so many people don't have the intellectual capacity to understand that phrase. So many people really believe that they left the wonders of the universe, they left their home to come to earth and be in a relationship. After that, there's not much you can say. When you see miserable people in their mid and late 30s, absolutely miserable, because they're not married, and they think that after 40 it can't happen. You can only put it down to one thing: lack of intelligence. I'm sorry I keep repeating this, but what else is it? with all the opportunities that our world has, with all the different lifestyles, the different cultures, the different ways of living, and you just want one way, and you are suffering, you're absolutely miserable if you don't get this way. And then you find any idiot to settle with, so you can convince yourself that now it's not just me, we are we. Now it's a we. I think it will take us a few more years here on earth for people to understand that they have come to earth just for them. Just for them. There's way too much suffering on earth simply because we don't follow the lifestyle that our grandparents did, as if they were happy. So, yes, why do I focus so much on individuality during the seminars? Why is it so important? Because you know what, baby? There's no other way you will find you. There really isn't. There's a very good saying in metaphysics. It is in aloneness when you are surrounded by all that is. You are not surrounded by all that is when you are trying to play the couples game or the family game. A very small percentage of the population, very small, has come to earth, and in their life book they have put family or children. I don't think it's family, I think it's more children. I'm not talking to that small percentage. I'm talking about the majority that are missing out. We live in the best times ever. We have all these choices. We can do whatever we please. We can fly anywhere in the world for peanuts these days. Almost anywhere for peanuts. And yet, we sit at home watching television, ordering junk food and being miserable. Why? Because there's not another idiot next to us ordering junk food and watching television. Does that make sense to you? Think about it. You have all this time and you have all this money. There are flights available for under 20 euros. Go see another culture. Enhance your brain. Read a book. Instead, you watch these stupid television shows that tell you unless you're married, you are nothing. Unless you are in a relationship, unless you have a significant other. Isn't that insulting when you listen to that? Significant other? What do you mean? Am I insignificant? Or your other half? Am I not whole? What do you mean, my other half? Or someone special? Am I not special? Why do I have to have someone else that is special? As I said before, a lot of people won't be able to understand this. They just won't. I don't need to repeat why. Once is enough. So I'm saying it for those that are on the cusp, on the verge of coming out of this hypnotic trance that most people are in, thinking they are nothing without someone else. And since we're talking about that someone else, many people say, I want someone to fall in love with. No, you don't. You want someone that does what you want them to do. And if they do what you want them to do, you will stay with them. That's not love. That's a contract. That's a situation. Don't call it love. Don't have the audacity to call it love. It's very insulting to the word love. There's a very good saying, I don't love you, I love what you do for me. If you say this to another person, you will have a very good relationship. Because this is honest. And if the other person is not in denial, they will accept it and be the same. And then you won't be as miserable as everyone else that is in a long-term relationship. Again, I'm not talking about relationships that are in the first few months. That's evolution. Nature put that lust in us so someone can have a baby, so nature will survive. That's not love. That's lust. That's different. Enjoy it. That's a very good feeling. Enjoy it. Don't try and bottle it up so you can keep it forever. Talking of forever, have a look around you. Have you ever seen someone in a long-term relationship and happy? Have you? Really, have you? Not when you go there for dinner and you're all faking it and they cuddle each other and they kiss each other in front of other people. They never do that when they're alone. Never. Do you know how many couples have not looked into each other's eyes for years? They talk to each other and they cannot even look each other in the eye. That is marriage. That is a long-term relationship. Relationships are the most unnatural thing mankind has forced upon themselves. Has forced upon itself, I should say. The most unnatural. This is why we have weddings with a lot of guests. Until recently, guests at a wedding were called witnesses. I have witnesses that we are together. You cannot go off with someone else. This is what a wedding is all about. You cannot go somewhere else. I have witnesses. Now, souls want to be free. Souls feel good when they're with someone else until the moment it becomes official. Then the energy has gone completely. You see two people walking next to each other, going to dinner, going to clubs, and they're just pretending. There's no soul there. They're just zombies. Because there is no spontaneity there anymore. I'm not with you now because I want to be with you. Now I am with you because I promised I will be with you. Because now we are an item. We are a couple. We are now we. It's not just me anymore. Now it is we. And if you loved me, you should know what I want. You should know what I need. And then you get upset if someone calls you stupid. You say phrases like this, and you get upset when someone shows you that you're not very intelligent. Start becoming a little more intelligent. Just a little. You'll be surprised at what just a little more intelligence can do for your life. It can do wonders. You will take your power back and you will create your own reality. You will turn off the television because it's designed to make you miserable. You will stop buying magazines and you will stop spending so much money trying to attract a mate. And when you do attract them because of all the fake things you have around you and all the lies, and then when they see that all that is fake, you get upset that they didn't love the real you, but they never saw the real you. You are never the real you. You are a product walking around in uncomfortable shoes. That's not the real you. They fell in love with a product. They didn't fall in love with you. Well, they didn't fall in love. It's just that the product that you represent suits their image of the situation they want in their life. And this is why, my friend, this is why I keep saying be an individual. Go into individuality. There is no one else in the entire universe like the real you. Find the real you and start expressing this real you. I guarantee you, you will be so happy all the time. So content. At the moment, I'm staying with two friends, two young ladies who happen to be models. Very good-looking young ladies. We used to be roommates last year when I lived in London, and they invited me to stay here for a month. And we talk about their daily life sometimes. Them getting ready for the clubs. It's a lot of fun. They're young and they're enjoying it. Both single and having a good time. And they want me to go with them sometimes, and I say, no, please, I'm very happy just staying here. I did that when I was young. And this morning someone asked me, do you miss being young? And my answer was, I would not go back there for all the money in the world. Not that I wasn't having a good time. I was having a very good time when I was young. Younger. I still feel very young when I was younger. But now, I like me. And things are so different and I'm so happy that there's no way I can go back to being young and looking for happiness. Because really, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for happiness. So enjoy your youth, but realize happiness is inside of you. I wasted 40 years looking for happiness. You know what? I won't use the word wasted, because nothing is wasted. We learn. I spent 40 years looking for happiness outside of me. But it's actually inside of you. But first, focus on enhancing your intelligence. Read. Not magazines, books. Any book, it doesn't matter. The subject doesn't matter. What matters is that it opens your mind just that little bit more. And then the next book, again, just that little bit more. And then you become more conscious and more aware of who you are. And then you will be happy being an individual. Very happy. I think I will leave it at this for today.